Hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Kimberlei Davis. Two women say they were racially profiled at Applebee's. Now the company has fired 3 employees. The Trump administration is proposing a drastic change to how millions of people receive food stamps by replacing it with a delivery program called America's Harvest Box. More on that story on the ABC Columbia mobile app. Plus, Amazon is expected to lay off hundreds of employees. And learning how to manage asthma could be life-saving. Those trending headlines, celebrity birthdays, and I'll tell you what happened on Valentine's Day in 1967. That's all coming up next, today Wednesday, February 14th. Rudy Harper has a story of a video that has gone viral on Facebook after 2 patrons at a restaurant say they were racially profiled.
Is she over this emotional?
They keep the server. She's almost positive. The server said she's positive.
Let me get her face. She said she almost positive.
Did you tell her no? We have not been here. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Video of the confrontation shared on Facebook, now seen by over 2 million people.
You're doing your job, but this restaurant is not doing its job. Because if she's positive that she's seen us, we haven't been there. This is my first time meeting.
After an hour into their meal, Alexis Bryson and a friend say they were approached by a police officer, an Applebee's manager, and a mall security guard. That's when they were accused of dining and dashing a day before. In the video, they repeatedly deny it.
We have not been here.
Backlash on social media was swift, and Applebee's launched its own investigation. Days later, Applebee's says the franchise terminated the manager, server, and another employee involved in the incident. Back to that video, you can hear the officer finally allow the 2 women to leave, but first they had to pay for that unfinished meal.
What they're telling me is that they want you to go ahead and pay your bill and leave and not come back.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Rudy Harper, KCTV 5 News.
Hundreds of workers at Amazon will have to find new work. The company has confirmed the layoffs. A source familiar with the matter told CNN the majority of the layoffs are at the company's Seattle headquarters. Some global teams may be affected as well. According to the source, the process of notifying employees has already started. Amazon is not saying how many employees will be affected by the layoffs. The news comes at a time when Amazon is publicly searching for a location to build its second headquarters. The company has said the new headquarters will cost a minimum of $5 billion to construct and operate and will create as many as 50,000 jobs. Children have smaller airways than adults, which makes asthma especially serious. Knowing how to treat it and developing an action plan with your child's physician is key to controlling attacks. Here's Kim Hutcherson with today's Health Minute.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's February Vital Signs report focuses on controlling asthma in children. 1 in 12 kids in the U.S. up to age 17 have asthma. That's about 6 million children and teens. Of those, half had 1 or more attacks in 2016.
It's a major diagnosis in terms of pediatric chronic illnesses.
The CDC says asthma can be considered well controlled if a person exhibits symptoms no more than 2 days a week, if sleep isn't interrupted more than 1 or 2 nights a month, and if normal activities aren't difficult to complete. People with controlled asthma should have no more than 1 attack a year that requires treatment with a pill or liquid. To help manage your child's asthma, make an action plan with your doctor and make sure teachers and caregivers know about it. Learning about asthma and how to manage it could be life-saving. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
In 1967, Aretha Franklin recorded her cover of Otis Redding's R.E.S.P.E.C.T. at Atlantic Records in New York. Happy birthday if you're celebrating today. You share the day with the late Frederick Douglass. The former slave, orator, and statesman became a national leader in the abolitionist movement. Singer Dwayne Wiggins of Tony Tony Tone is 57, and magician Teller of Penn & Teller is 70. I have a message from Lance Corporal Leon Porter with the South Carolina Department of Highway Patrol. He asked me to remind you of South Carolina's Move Over law, which requires motorists to move over in an adjacent lane whenever possible when passing temporary work zones, and to obey the speed limit and buckle up when driving. Well, that's our time for today. You've been watching What's Trending. Get more headlines on our ABC Columbia mobile app and at abccolumbia.com. I'm Kimberlei Davis. Be kind to each other. I hope that you have a great Valentine's Day, and thanks for watching.
Caroline Ray, what kind of stroke you want, baby? Back stroke, breast stroke.
So pathetic. I want the foot stroke. Bye, everybody.